Hello everyone, welcome to your computer classroom. So I hope you all of you are doing well and fit and healthy. So in the previous class, as we were doing the exercise, few of the questions we have done, like filling the blanks, true, false, and some other objectives. So before moving to the question answers, we can have a quick revision of what we have done in the exercises. So we have gone through the tick the correct options. So those who have not done till now, you can, if you want, you can have once more. These are the tick the correct answers. So if you have not done, you can pause the video once and do these questions once again. After that, in the second question, we have done the full form, that is the different words, the acronyms are there, and we have written the full forms of these. Okay, and these are very easy, most of you have done from the book itself. Now moving to the next questions, we have seen question number 3, that is these are the conversions, the units about which we have read in the initial part of the chapter, the different measuring unit. So 1 byte is 1 character, 1 kilobyte is 1024 bytes. Clear? So I hope you have done this. Okay, now question number 4 was filling the blanks. So there we have filled the blanks with the answers. So those who have not done, they can pause the video and write these answers. Question number 5 is true and false. So this is also very easy. The true and false questions we have done all of the till question number 5 we have completed in the previous class. So now today we are going to do answers the following questions. Okay, so question number 6, let us start from question number 6. So question number 6 is answer the following question. First one is write a short note on computer memory, 6th A. Okay, so we have to write a short note on computer memory. So let us start this question and find where the answer is. So if you go to the initial part of the chapter on page 13, okay, let us go to page 13. Okay, so if you go to page number 13, here you can find about the computer memory, and as you have to write a short note, so it will be having few sentences. So whenever you are writing the answers, try to write the answers point wise. This will be easy for you to remember as well as for writing purpose also. So first point you can write memory plays a very important role in computer. Then second point, it is the basic unit where the data and instructions are stored temporarily. Clear? This we have seen also. Then third point you can write about memory consists of one or more chips on the motherboard. Clear? As it is a short note, so we can write 3 or 4 points. Write the last sentence as well, that memory stores instructions waiting to be executed by the processor, data needed by those instructions, and the result of the processing the data, that is information. Clear? So you have to write each sentence as 1 point. First sentence was point number 1, second sentence is point number 2, third sentence is point number 3, starting from here, then fourth sentence is the fourth sentence. I hope this is clear. So you can write the answers point wise, it will be easy as well. Clear? Then moving to the second question, let us see what is second question. Erase this first. Okay, now come to the second question. The second question is write the difference between primary memory and secondary memory. So here we have seen about the primary memory and secondary memory. So let us find the difference between these. So answer of the primary memory we can get on page number 14. So here is the about the primary memory. Clear? So this answer can be written by making a parting line in between, and on one side you will write about the primary memory and on one side you will secondary memory, like this way. Clear? So this is primary memory and this is secondary memory. So you will write the answers point wise on both side of these. Clear? So about the primary memory, so first point of the primary memory is that primary memory is also known as working memory or main memory. Clear? This is first point. Then second point you can write that primary memory is of two types, volatile and non-volatile. This is the second point, that primary memory is of two types, volatile and non-volatile. Clear? Then the third point you can write that RAM and ROM are the two major types of primary memory. Clear? So we have 3 points. First point is primary memory is also known as main memory of the computer system, main memory or working memory. Then the primary memory is of two types, volatile and non-volatile. And the third point is RAM and ROM are the two major types of the primary memory. This we have written about the primary memory. Clear? So all these 3 points will be for the primary memory. Point number 1, point number 2, point number 3. Clear? So this way you will write about the primary memory. Now about the secondary memory. This is page number 14. Let us search about the secondary memory now. So secondary memory is, it is in the last pages. Okay, so here is secondary memory. The page number of this is page number 17. So about the secondary memory you will write, the first point is, as the first point there was, we were naming it that what was the other name of primary memory. So here about the secondary memory you can write that the secondary memory is known as backup memory. Write this as the first point of the secondary memory. Clear? Then second point you can write that this memory is permanent in nature. This memory is permanent in nature and it is known as non-volatile memory. In the primary memory we have seen that the primary memory is of two types, volatile and non-volatile, but in the secondary memory we are writing this memory is permanent in nature and known as non-volatile memory. Clear? So these 2 points we have seen, and now in the primary memory we have given some examples that RAM and ROM. So here also we can write the few examples like this one. The examples of secondary memory are hard disk, compact disk, pen drive. Clear? So the example you have to write in the third point. I hope the answer is clear. We have to write the answers point wise, making a parting line in between. So in the primary memory we have just seen the 3 points. In the secondary memory also we have seen 3 points. Clear? So one by one you will write these 3 points. What is the first point? In the primary memory we have written the first point as it is known as working memory or main memory. So in the same way in the secondary memory we will write that it is known as backup memory. Clear? So first we will write about the other name of the secondary memory. Clear? So first point we have written also here also. So it is known as the backup memory. Clear? So this is the first point. After that in the second point what we have written that this memory is permanent in nature and known as non-volatile memory. What we have written in the primary memory, that the primary memory is of two types, volatile and non-volatile. But in the secondary memory we are writing that secondary memory is known as non-volatile memory. And third point we are writing what? We are writing the examples. Here the third point we are writing the examples of the secondary memory, that is hard disk, compact disk and pen drive. Clear? So these 3 points we have written in the secondary memory, and similarly in the primary memory also we have written 3 points. Clear? Okay, so I hope you have written this. You can pause the video wherever you want to mark the answers in the book, or you can directly write in the copy. Okay, now moving to the third question. Let us see what is the third question. So third question here we have like uh, question number 6C. Write down the difference between RAM and ROM. Here it is that write the difference between RAM and ROM. Okay, so now let us see that what are the difference about the RAM and ROM. So coming to the initial starting pages, so there we will find the difference between RAM and ROM. So RAM is given on page number 15, I think. Yes. So here it is about the RAM. So in the RAM also we will write the answers in the similar way, that one side RAM and another side ROM. Okay. So make a parting line, and on one side write RAM, and on another side you can write about ROM. Okay. So now let us see the points about RAM. So about RAM, the different points are that RAM is also called as main memory. Okay. Then second point is RAM is a volatile memory. The 2 points we have seen. Then the third point you can write that it loses its contents when the computer is turned off. Okay. So these three very small points, it will be easy as well for you to remember. So first point is RAM is also called as main memory. Clear? Then second point is RAM is volatile memory. And third point you are writing that it loses its contents when the computer is turned off. So these are the 3 points of the RAM. Clear? Now the about the ROM. So this is page number 15. About the RAM we have seen on page number 15. Now let us see about ROM on page number 17. Okay, let us erase this first and move to page number 17. Okay, so coming on page number 17, we are going to write about the ROM. So here it is about ROM, and here also you will write point wise. Okay, so first point is, and you can at the top where we are writing the RAM and ROM, write the full form of these. RAM was random access memory. Clear? So you have to write the full form in bracket at the top only. And about the ROM, when you are writing, you will write the full form. So this is also the difference one, the full form itself. So you will write the full form of RAM and ROM at the top of the answers. The ROM you will write full form as read only memory. Clear? Now in the ROM also you will write the answers point wise. Let us see the first point. First point is that ROM is, or first point there we have write RAM as main memory. So here you can write about the ROM, that ROM chips are also called firmware. Clear? So this is the first point. And in RAM we have seen that RAM is volatile in nature, and here the ROM is non-volatile in nature. So write this as the second point, that ROM is non-volatile in nature. Do the marking at the same time, otherwise it will take the time. Okay, so this is the second point. And third point here it is, its contents are not lost when the computer is switched off. Clear? So this is the third point about the ROM. Very short answers and very easy to learn as well. Clear? So these three are the 3 points about the ROM. Clear? So we have written the difference between RAM and ROM. In RAM as well we have written 3 points. In the ROM also we have written 3 points. And the similar type of points are in front. As in the RAM we have written that RAM is also called as main memory. Here in the same way the ROM is called as firmware. Clear? Then second point in the RAM we have written that RAM is volatile in nature. Here we are writing the second point about ROM, that ROM is non-volatile. Clear? RAM is non-volatile. This is the second point. Then the third point, in the RAM we have seen that its contents are deleted when the power is switched off. Here in the ROM we are writing that its contents are not lost when the computer is switched off. Clear? So these are the 3 points each about RAM and ROM. I hope we have written. Okay, let us come to the next question. After RAM and ROM, we have the next question, that is write one difference between PROM and EPROM. Question number 6D. You have to write the difference between PROM and EPROM. So the answer of this question is on, let us find out. Here it is, on page number 17 itself. So we have to write the difference between PROM and EPROM. It is very easy. Here you can write directly that PROM, write the full form as well, that PROM is the programmable read-only memory and is a blank ROM chip on which you can place items permanently. Clear? Programmers use microcode instructions to program a PROM chip. Clear? You can write in sentence only. There is no need to write in point wise. Then in second point about the EPROM, write full form as well. That EPROM is erasable programmable read-only memory and is another type of ROM on which its contents are erased by ultraviolet light and reprogrammed by RPROM program. Clear? So this way you will write about the difference between PROM and EPROM. Clear? Directly write, no need to write point wise because there is only one point in each. So this way we have done this question also. Now coming to the next question. Okay, let us erase this. Next question is explain the purpose of cache in the computer. So cache memory we have seen already. So here also we will write about the cache memory. So the answer of this question you can find on page number 17. Here it is. So this answer can also be written point wise. So first point you will write cache is temporary storage area for instructions and data that enhances the CPU speed. Okay, so this is the first point. Second point you will write that memory cache improves the processing speed of computer because it stores frequently used instructions and data. Clear? Then the third point you can write that cache is built directly in the processor chip. When the processor needs an instructions or data, it first searches. Okay, or we can write till here only. Keep it short. Okay, so three points only. First point we have seen that cache is the temporary storage area for instructions and data that enhances the CPU speed. Second point is the sentence that memory cache improves the processing speed of the computer because it stores frequently used instructions and data. And third point that cache is built directly in the processor chips. Clear? So these are the 3 points that what are the use of the cache in the computer. Clear? So this way we have covered all the question answers. Okay, now let us move to the next question. So I hope all of the questions you have done. Wherever you have confusion, you can pause the video and watch it and write and mark in the book or write directly in the copy. Now let us see some of the application based questions also. So question number 7, let us read now. So in this chapter you read about the types of RAM and memory module. Look inside the system unit of your school or home computer and identify and write the types of RAM and memory module inside the computer system. Okay, so this is something which is related to the activity also, where you have to see the different parts of the computer, where you have to identify the RAM and the memory module. So we can do this as well. Yes, we can. Let me show you the picture inside, that how the RAM and memory module is visible, and then you can identify it also. Okay, so coming to the pictures. Okay, so here it is. So here you can see this is the picture of the motherboard. So motherboard, as I have told you already, that this part is something which is inside the computer, where the different components are you can say placed on this board. Clear? So this circuit board, the circuit boards on which the different things are located, this circuit board itself is called as motherboard. Clear? And here you can see there are different components, like this area, this is the processor, the CPU which we say, and this is the slot where we are talking about inserting the RAM. Clear? So these are the slots where the RAM are inserted on this. Clear? And if I show more picture, and here there are various other things, the different circuit, the different components where they will be placed. So that is the different circuit part of this. Now if we see about the different RAM also, the memory module, so we can see that also. Let us move to the next picture, that is, here you can see, let me zoom in. So this is how the RAM is being inserted. Clear? Here you can see this part, this is the RAM. Clear? And the part, the green part on which these black RAM chips are being placed, these are the RAM chips, and the whole circuit on which these RAM are placed, this is the memory module. And as we have seen in the picture, earlier picture, that the circuit on which the RAM is being inserted, that is the motherboard. So this picture is also of the motherboard, and here you can see these are the slots where the RAM will be inserted. Clear? So the person here is inserting the RAM on the motherboard. Okay, if you want to see one more picture, here it is. So here you can see the same RAM is being inserted on the motherboard. Clear? So the memory module is the same, this one is the memory module, and the RAM is being inserted here on the motherboard. Clear? And here we have the different component. This is the fan on the motherboard. Here also you can see one more memory module on which the RAM is there. Clear? So this way we have seen the RAM, memory module, and the different other components which are placed on the motherboard. I hope this is clear. Now you can relate it. Okay, so even then we don't have the lab right now. All the questions we are doing this way, so we can cover the lab activities as well. Okay, now let us come to the textbook again. Okay, so here we have seen the application based question. Now question number about lab activity. So yes, we can do this also. What is the question? Let us read it. Question 1 is, open MS Word and type a short note on memory. And point 2, save it as a file with the name memory. So if you have the PC at home, you can open MS Word very easily, and there you can write a paragraph or a two about the memory, that what is memory, what are the different types of memory. If you want to insert a picture in the document, so you can make you can copy and paste any picture of the memory as well. And if you don't have the PC, most of you are using the mobile phone, so there also there are some notepad features where you can write. It is not necessary to write, but if you want, you can try writing this in any of the notepad. Okay, so this is very easy. This is not to be done in the copy, this is only for yourself to do. Okay, now the next question is, so I hope you will be able to do. Okay, if you don't, we can see on also that let us open any Word file. So here it is the Word file, and here we can write on this MS Word feature, using which we can uh, save the file and write a paragraph about the uh, what about the memory. So write a note like note on computer memory. So let the spelling be corrected. Okay, so this way we can also do in the any of the mobile apps also, where you can write this. So whatever the heading it is, you can make it in between, underline it, make it bold. You can increase the size also. So most of you are familiar about the Word, MS Word features. In the coming chapter, we will see it in further detail about the different features of MS Word. So there it is very easy. Now whatever the thing you have to write, you can write point wise also. You can use the bullets from here, and this way you can write the different points, using which you can also write the things. You can insert the picture. Clear? So suppose we are writing that memory is, so here you can see it is again bold. So now it is required to be of the bold underline features, and the size can also be increased. So this way it will not be written again in a bold manner. Clear? So I hope you can write now that computer is a important part of computer. In the same way, you can keep on writing the different features of the computer memory. You can write about that computer memory is of two types, primary memory and secondary memory. You can make a flow diagram, flow chart, or arrow diagram, where you can also denote the different types of primary memory and secondary memory. So in the primary memory, we have seen the RAM and ROM are the two. Clear? Then in the RAM also we are having further classification. So you can write few of the points over here. I hope this is easy. You can also find it interesting. So if you have the PC or the mobile phone, there you can write in any of the notepad. Okay, now coming to the next question, that is, and after writing the note you have also to save that file. So other if you will not save that file, it will be deleted. So whatever the file you are making, you have to save that file with the name memory. Okay, okay. So let us come to the file our, then here we have written this. So now if you suppose I have written a paragraph on this, and after writing how to save this, you can click directly on this quick access toolbar save button, or you can go to the file, and here you can write the click on the save button. Clear? So when you will write save button, it will ask you to write the name of the file whatever you are writing. Clear? So whatever the file you want to write, you have to save it. So suppose I am saving this, and you can choose which folder where you want to save. So you have to write save this file with the name memory. Okay, so write the name file name as memory, and then when you click on the save button, the file will be saved wherever you are saving. Okay, so let us click the save. Now this file will is saved. So when you close, then also the file will be there. So after writing, you have to save that file with the name memory. Okay, I hope this is clear. Now let us do the life skill activity as well. The question is that Ananya's computer system has a RAM of 512 MB. So here you can see there are some numbers given, that the RAM is of how many size? It is of 512 MB and a hard disk of 500 GB. Clear? Then her computer works very slowly. It may happen that the computer of her is working slowly. So what should she do to increase the speed of her computer? Should she increase the capacity of the RAM or the hard disk? So here the question is, what should be increased in this case when the RAM is of 512 MB and hard disk is of 500 GB? So if I ask that there are two numbers 512 and 500, so which number is greater? You will say 512 is greater. Everyone reads the maths. But here is, there is also written the unit. So here the RAM is 512 MB and the hard disk is 500 GB. So we have read it in the initial part of the chapter that which one is greater, MB or GB. MB is megabyte and GB is gigabyte. So in the megabyte and gigabyte, which one is greater? Gigabyte is greater. Clear? So 500 GB is very large amount. So hard disk is very sufficient to save all the things. It means that the hard disk which is the Ananya's computer hard disk, this is sufficient to store the different large amount of data. So this is not required to be increased. Clear? So hard disk is 500 GB and it is sufficient for that. But the RAM which is inside her computer, that is 512 MB only. Clear? So if you want to increase the processing speed of the computer, you can increase the RAM. Clear? So here what will be increased? RAM will be increased. Why? Because the size is 512 MB. MB is megabyte and it is less than gigabyte. Clear? So 512 MB is less space and the RAM can be increased for increasing the processing speed of her computer. I hope this is clear. RAM and hard disk we have both seen, and RAM is also the part of the computer, the memory where the things are placed temporarily, and as the RAM is increased, the data transfer rate or the processing speed of the computer can be enhanced. Clear? So this way we have seen that in this case, when her computer is working slow and the RAM is of 512 MB and hard disk is of 500 GB, so it is question is which one is required to be increased, so we can increase the RAM. And as we have seen on the motherboard, there are different slots for inserting the RAM, the memory module, so we can place more than one RAM. So if already it is having 500 MB RAM, so you can insert more RAM. It may be 512 MB or GB, 1 GB. Clear? So the RAM comes in different size according to our use, according to our requirement. We can increase the size of the RAM. So this way we have covered and completed the chapter 2 as well. In the coming class we are going to start about the third chapter, that is MS Word. Okay, so it is going to be very interesting. We will see further that what are the different other features we can do in the MS Word. So till then, complete these exercises and complete the things in the notebook of yourself. Okay, till then, keep learning and enjoy. Thank you.